You sure not?
Legit.
You and your ex don't even let to keep photo with
You
your
don't
ex.
lead to another video. Hi, my name is Bolin.
Hi, I'm Peps.
I'm Chris.
Hi, I'm Leah, and this is
ZULA ChickChats.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of ChickChats. And today's episode, we are going to be talking about dating, but specifically passive daters. Okay, so have you heard of this term before?
I haven't heard of this term until I'm casted for this show. Passive is you wait lah.
Yeah, you wait.
Okay.
You wait. So
Yes.
you admit you wait one lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't wait one.
You attack.
I tag one.
Okay, I think my definition for passive dater is someone who doesn't show initiative, doesn't show any form of reciprocation, and yeah, we wait lah.
Okay.
Like we are literally like there, like oh, waiting.
But your wait is like you don't hint, man.
We will never be the first one to hint. I
Attack
wait
you,
for
eh?
people to attack
Then
me.
you like then you attack back. You don't attack back. You just let them combo bam 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 like.
I think that girls are more passive daters because
Okay.
guys generally take initiative a lot more when it comes to dating because of like social scripts and social norms. Which is why in relationships, gay men have the most sex, straight couples got the moderate sex, and lesbians have the least sex.
Whether that is true or not.
It's true, it's true.
Okay, do
You
you have
have-
stats?
It's from school.
Oh, it's from school.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, you have done your research.
Yeah lah.
I'm a sociology graduate.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for your sociology take on this issue, Chris. But I mean, I guess from the definition, we can all agree that a passive dater is someone who lacks the initiative to show interest in, let's say, when they're dating lah, right? Okay, would you call yourself a passive dater then?
Yes.
I see.
You attack. You
I
attack.
No
attack.
chance given.
I no chance one.
You have the machine gun ready like.
What about you?
I would think that I'm not very passive, and I mean, if you watch very long ago episodes of ChickChats, I was a strong advocate of females making the first move.
I've gone out with a couple of people from like Tinder. Even if you have like a very like nice happy time, right? When we have to start conversations again, I find it very tiring. It's just a lot of emotional energy, and I don't really have that, especially after like a long day at work.
Few years back,
Yeah, like I was in this grey area-ish with this guy for about 5 months. He was doing a lot of things that I didn't really understand. Stuff like, oh, he will call me at night, that kind of shit. And then like when we go out, he won't ask other people. And then like he will also like sometimes be like touchy lah, like touchy. But then like to me it's like, what's this guy doing? You know what I
He
mean?
confirmed interested!
Exactly! No, but my stance, right, is cause like if he's so interested, why you never say?
When a guy attack, you don't just hey. They don't do that. What? You understand not? Attack got like slowly like 10% like try bam bam. Then sorry bam bam bam. Bam 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 bam. Then say what? He only bam bam. Then you why you never say?
He never. Hey, it was 5 months eh.
5 months only. People think what? People chase 1 year, 2 year kind of. We interested in you, but we also have to confirm whether we can match or not. Maybe you inside got reaction, but you don't want to show no.
Correct.
Then too bad no. We zao no.
I think that's what happened to that guy lah.
Because you like you attack me Then you like walao eh. Zao.
No, I scared. I scared what if I wrong, you know what I mean? Like what
Okay.
if like
He
I-
called you at night, he confirmed like ready.
No, but you don't know that. What if it's like
You
we good friends?
confirmed! Oh my
We good
god!
friend. What if we good friend?
He called you at night, he's sure like you.
No, he called at night one thing, right? Then after he put down the phone, he offered to call her back in like 2 hours because she need to wake up at 5 a.m.
Oh my god!
Some guys they're like they do this if they regret they're like no I'm just trying to be a very very good friend.
Yeah, you see, that's what I'm scared of.
What do you lose if that happens?
I fear rejection.
So I guess this leads on to like the next question. It's like why do people act like so passively lah when they date? You know what I mean?
Yes.
So what is your reason behind it?
Well, a lot, yeah. For me, it's because I scared of rejection.
Mm-hmm.
I have low self-esteem, very very low. So like then I don't like to think that people like me.
You don't like? What do you mean you don't like?
Like I feel uncomfortable if like, oh my god, does he like me? If I articulate it out of my own mouth, I'm like, like you think you who, yeah, people like you, you know what I mean?
Understand. Okay.
Yeah, and then also like for protection purposes, like to protect my own emotions.
Someone called her Peps is the queen of the grey area. I was like, I agree.
The master.
A master of the grey area.
Why you so proud, yeah? This one is not a compliment.
I know.
Hey, master.
It's just damn funny.
Okay.
But I think personally, right, like another reason why girls are really more passive, right, it's also because they overthink a lot. It's like they will think of all the different consequences that will happen if like they show some form of reciprocation. Then they'll panic at like all the negative signs, and then they will like come to a conclusion that okay, it's better that I just don't say anything because they don't want to have that sense of like embarrassment or like, you know, outcome happen to them lah. Sure, like yes, there may be all these negative outcomes, but what is the worst that can come out of it? Okay, if the person you are dating, right, or are interested in is a nice guy, they will reject you if they're not interested, but they will not like embarrass you or like make fun of you in public, you know what I mean?
That's true. I think it's a bit of a misunderstanding when people think that all guys like the chase. I do not like the chase. I like it if like we have a mutual understanding. It's too much emotional energy to go and like keep finding out if a person is interested in you, especially if the person doesn't really respond.
So, guys who are like Chris, it's okay. There's a girl there for you. Okay, moving forward from that, why are people then so triggered by passive daters?
I naturally have a lot of guy friends. So like a lot of people that know about this thing, they will think that like, no, perhaps you are treating him like one of the bros.
So they are triggered
you already have.
by that because they feel that your behavior is the same as how you treat every other person.
And then because I'm like a one-on-one person if I have dinner, so I will go one-on-one with a lot of my guy friends. Then they will think that, oh, he's one of the bros.
I see. He would think that he's one of the bros because you're not oh my god, then you must treat them special, like more special.
Exclusive.
That's why I let him go and touch me one.
He may think that you let other guys do that also.
Yeah lah.
If you like so close to your guy friends. No, but I think if you weren't like so close with like let's say your guy friends or everything, right, and he was the only guy you hang out with like one-on-one, right?
He will know lah.
I think he will know. Yeah, because I feel like the way you mention your signs, like you let him like be physically affectionate with you, right? Like if I'm the guy, I'll be like, yeah, okay, this is like quite a good sign. But now I understand why he was confused.
Yeah.
As a girl, like even if I'm trying to like hit on a guy or whatever, right? I see how he treats like his girlfriends also.
No, I feel like also social media is also another thing. Because I like to take photos, right?
Yes.
So I take both girl and guy. So like they will think that, oh my god, she has so many guys in her feed. Like where do I stand? You know what I mean?
Why people are so angry at passive daters? It's because society has a bias that says that if you are single, it is your fault and it is better to be attached than single. That is why people are angry at passive daters. So if you are single, it means that you're not going out enough. It means that you're not like allowing people into your life. And I mean, to a very large extent, it is true. But yeah, there are other reasons, I guess.
I feel like it can be one of the reasons. But yeah, there are of course a lot of other reasons also.
In Taiwan, right, they will have guys that treat a lot of girls the same. They call them centralized aircon.
Huh?
Okay, centralized aircon means in Chinese that is direct translation so everyone get a fair share of the aircon. Let's say if suddenly a guy enters your life, treats you damn well, then suddenly we found that actually he's just a very very nice guy, treats all the other girls like that. Then it's damn turn off for the girls.
Yes, it
then
is.
they just zao already.
Oh shit, so it's a damn turn off for guys also.
Yeah, of course.
It's the same way,
It's the
ma.
same way.
So you understand what you're doing? That's why all the guys they attack halfway they bye no
They want to feel special. That's why they're
Yes.
triggered because they don't feel special in your life.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, you must make the guy feel special, okay? So wait, so what happened to the guy in the end?
Okay, in the end, I found out that he started dating some other person.
And then how do you feel?
Because I felt damn shit lah. Because like I didn't even find out from him because he didn't want to tell me. But then like I could sense that there's like a difference and like there's a change in behavior and in texting habits also. There's a change. Then like I wanted to dig out lah, but then he just didn't want to tell me. Then I have to ask another person to like, hey, can you just let me ask like if he's like attached or something or he's dating someone. Then yeah lor, true enough, he started dating some other person. And then I was significantly sad for a period of time. Because in my mind I'm like, walao, I thought this was like, could it be nothing? Like this 5 months is nothing, man.
So this is the outcome of what might happen if you're too passive lah, right?
I feel that you have your reason to be sad, but you must understand that the guy he also sad because he tried attacking you, tried to chase after you already. But to him, if you don't feel any exclusiveness, he wouldn't say anything. Then you will quietly go and date other person.
Yeah,
so you
right.
quietly quit the game.
He also cannot tell her also, right?
Yeah.
Because it will make him admit that he like you if he tells you that he's dating some other girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but then after that we kind of talked about it in a third person point of view.
Okay.
So we never say names, so we know that we are talking about it.
Okay,
So
what was the
basically,
combo?
he didn't know that I like him at all.
Exactly what happened when you too passive.
Yeah, lor, that's me lah.
So, I mean, based on your story, let's give some advice to people who are dealing with passive daters or are a passive dater themselves and want to like, change their habits and up their game a bit.
You scared rejection, right? That's why passive, right? What makes you think that someone is attacking don't scared rejection? I want to chase you, I also was scared reject. What? And then I chase you, I spend so much effort, then you reject me, then for what I do all this? Correct. That's why I tell you the fear of rejection is all the same. It's all in everyone. You must understand that today you want to be with someone that you're interested in. There's definitely a chance for rejection, no matter you are passive or non-passive. It's just whether you want to take that chance or not.
Correct.
So if you choose not to take the chance, then don't have lah.
So all the attackers are the ones who take the chance.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like for me, it's like I okay one. Yeah. I also of course I don't want to be rejected lah, but I'm okay with the rejection in the end. Yeah. Because at least for me, it's like I know the outcome and I know this is like 100% is a no or 100% is a yes.
But what I understood from what Bodine said is that for active and passive daters, right, we both feel the passion very strongly in our hearts. But the difference is whether we show it or not. And the thing about life in general is that miscommunication happens a lot. And it's very simple to get rid of the miscommunication. You guys just have to talk to each other, and that will really help a lot.
I guess everybody has to adapt their mentality and their mindset to this situation, you know, to like overcome that kind of like uncertainty, you know what I mean? Everybody's uncertain about these relationship issues, alright? Sometimes it's worth that little bit of faith to take a chance.
So today we talk about passive dating, and the conclusion is that everyone is afraid of rejection, but it's up to you whether you're willing to take the chance or not.
So if you guys like this video, remember to leave a comment down below and let us know what else to talk about next time. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
Bye!